Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about Bizora's Vault overview. Basically, Vault is where you can store your document, do massive analysis on 100 documents at a time. I think of it as mass document review. If you have the same procedures and same files again and again, instead of reviewing them one by one or having them review it by the assistant, you can upload it here, you can create the projects, all the different stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. So you can like either send stuff. So the vault can be found as like the file over so in the vault, it can be accessed it over here. But before we go there, you can access by adding the files in from the vault over here. You can click on to bring them here, or you can send your charts directly to over there by clicking on the archive feature, and it's going to push it in there, and then you can access it later down the line. Okay, so in the vault today, we're gonna like start from scratch, and there we're gonna click on create new projects, and we're gonna say operating agreement Vault demo. All right, so we'll go on ahead and create it. So once you create a new project, this is could be like for different clients if you're trying to do something different. So it can organize all of the features in here. What you could do is then you can upload or drag a file to start. I have the file right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have it review an operating agreement. So you click on upload, and it's going to start like generating, and it can take like depending on the file. This was like a 30 to 40 page agreement. It can take a few minutes to get it uploaded because it's embedding it and researching it on over there for like the AI to review it. Next thing what you could do is ask your question of really what you want to do. So you can give a query. The query doesn't have to be super detailed because Bizora will actually send the query back. And let's see, I want to create it here. So Bizora's gonna send the query back and it's gonna like determine the options over here. So you can actually ask it 20 questions at a time to review at the same time simultaneously, and you can review up to 100 documents at a time. So that it could be 20 columns and it would be 100 rows at this point. All right, so go ahead. So we saw over here the items came in, like how it's going to review. You can edit them. It came in with 6 questions that it wants to review. You can review these like, hey, this is how I wanted to test it. If not, you can redo it again. So go ahead and click, we'll go ahead and click done. If you're good with this, at this point, we're good. We're going to say like now create a table. So now you can see it will create the table in here and we can see how it will interact. Okay, so now the document's ready. You can click on it. We will come back to it. So now once the document's ready, you can see the documents on the left-hand side. It's a very detailed document. And then we have the section, the questions that we asked, and it's a short form answer and a long form answer in there, submitted in there. And then you see these citations. It can basically take you like why this section was pulled in. So it will point you to the section showing in there as well. And you will review it here, all the questions, and now you can like go ahead and review it on a side by side basis. So this was great when you're doing the same documents. Let's say you have at least 10 of these operating agreements coming in and you have to review them at the same time. You can analyze these. So you could add another document if you were having, and you say like, okay, I have operating number agreement number 2. You can select it and then do it again. And then you can ask more questions, these columns in here. You can say like, okay, what do you want to call the column name, and ask the AI questions on it. So once you're done with this, it will like stay in there and you can review it anytime and you can come back to it. The other thing would be like now we've uploaded the provision operating agreement, right? And now I want to ask a question in the assisting format. So what you could do is click on that, click on this, and click insert. See, now that document's already attached in here. So you can ask a follow-up question. What does this agreement say? So you can go ahead and ask it and we'll like start generating a question and answer on it. So the Vault is a pretty powerful tool. We call it a project hub. You can create it in there and use that to bring it in the AI assistant. So take a look at that and go ahead and play around with it. And that is where we're gonna like have our centralized hub moving forward in the features. So let us know if you have any questions. And as always, thank you. All right, take care. Bye bye.